What's up, everyone? Welcome to PAX East. We are here checking out Ark Survival Evolved and Survival the Fittest. We're here with Cade.
Hey there.
Tell me a little bit about what you guys are showing off here today.
So Survival the Fittest is our new multiplayer online survival arena.
Yes.
It's kind of inspired by similar games that have shown up in the genre. You probably know H1Z1's King of the Kill and games like that. We wanted to go a little bit farther and bring, I guess, a little bit more depth to that kind of gameplay, because when you really break down a game like King of the Kill or those things, they're like arena shooters. They're just a little bit different than an arena shooter. You're still dropped into a random arena and you're still just shooting everybody.
There's still dinosaurs, there's still creatures.
Well, that's the great thing about Survival of the Fittest, is that we have a very different set of paths to victory.
Right.
And so rather than just run and get guns and then shoot people, we're dealing with, you can raise a huge army of dinosaurs. You can build up a bunch of equipment. We've had people who have done everything they possibly can to get as high in the tech tree as possible, go to the middle of the arena, build a base, and put a turret on top of the base. And just wait for people to show up and it will kill them. Like, we've had a huge variety of ways in which people can actually win this game. And the number of choices that you have in any given moment are way, way broader than in any other game of this sort.
So what spurred the decision to split it off from the main kind of survival base of the game? What was kind of that decision? It was a total conversion mod at first, but what kind of led we're going to make this its own thing?
So it started as a total conversion just because we wanted to try and experiment.
Right.
Sometimes it's fun to do that, and it actually turned out to be something that people were kind of excited for. And so we got a lot of requests, actually, to make this a standalone, make it easier to access, give people more ability to play this, more flexibility, that kind of stuff. And it really wasn't possible to do that with a total conversion because it required a huge amount of work on our part to expose those sorts of things as a total conversion. So we went ahead and we spent some time and we made it a standalone. And now, as a standalone, not only is it way easier for us to update it, but it's not impacted by the main game. No changes can cause things to break, that kind of stuff. It allows us to have a different development team, a smaller group of people who can actually focus specifically on balance and getting patches out and that kind of stuff, just for Survival of the Fittest. So it's not impacting the development of the main game either. Neither of these are now detracting from each other, and we can really focus on taking this game and making it as cool as is possible.
Right, and you've got a lot of different stuff in the survival game based on the Survival of the Fittest.
Yes,
with like the player content and the cosmetic upgrades.
Yes, exactly.
What was kind of that decision about getting those things into putting cosmetic upgrades into the game?
So people are by nature expressive.
Right.
And we have tribe flags that allow you to kind of express, your tribe or whatever that is. But we wanted to take and find a way to leverage a lot of the content in costumes and stuff like that we've made for the main game that have been available for holidays or have been available for special events and stuff like that, and give people not just the ability to earn them, milestones for when you're playing through the game, something to strive for outside of just getting a high hero rating. But we also wanted to bring those things over so that people could enjoy them. They're fun. They're customizables. Everybody loves to be able to take and customize their character in some way or another.
Of course. And you've also got the esports angle of it now too, where now it's a bit more of a competitive game. You can push the esports angle.
Yes.
How have you seen that develop as the standalone has become more of a bigger product?
We've seen a very large and very vocal uptake of the game. Tons and tons of people have come out to play it. We've gotten a lot of really good feedback, not just about things that people want to see, but also ways in which the game can be balanced, ways in which we can do matchmaking better, ways in which we can calculate scores better. All that kind of stuff has been really, really great feedback from the people who have been playing it. It allowed us to open up the Survivor League, which actually allows people to win money for placing high in the rankings. And that's our own kind of way to give back to the players. We've tried to make that a theme of what we do in trying to do things just explicitly. Hey players, here, have something that's just fun for you. It doesn't have anything to do with the other game, just enjoy.
Just for the players to enjoy.
We've been that way with, giving people dedicated servers, giving people all single player, all that kind of stuff. We just want people to have fun and play our game, because that's why we make it.
That's why you're doing it. That's the whole point. So last up is, you guys are moving on to the console market. You've got PlayStation 4 and you've got Xbox One going. What was the driver to get the game onto consoles? Was it just we want it in front of everyone as we possibly can, as many people as we can?
So that's part of it. As with any game, you want to try to get it out to as many people as possible. But the consoles actually have this really there's a really cool thing about developing on consoles, and I'm sure it's repeated everywhere, but consoles are always the same machine.
Right.
And this means when you move the game over to a console, you can focus all your development on that specific set of hardware.
Right.
That has allowed us to make a huge number of console-specific optimizations that let people play with really good fidelity on a machine that seems like maybe it otherwise wouldn't be able to do that, especially given the kind of taxing requirements of our game.
Absolutely.
And so going towards the console space was not just get things out there, but it provided us some really cool ways to learn about our game better, and we brought a lot of those optimizations back to the main game and actually improved the way the main game functions by developing on consoles. We also really just, we've all loved consoles. I mean, I grew up on the Nintendo. Why not bring this to that space? It's tons of people. We've got, local multiplayer, we've got split screen, and we're doing everything we can to try and make those platforms as exciting as possible.
That sounds amazing. It'll be great to see it on as many platforms as possible.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. You can check out Ark Survival Evolved and Ark Survival the Fittest on Steam.
Yes.
On arc.com.
Survivetheark.com.
Survivetheark.com.
Yes.
You can check that out now. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely, no problem. Thank you a bunch.
Hey guys, Sarah here. Man, that was a great PAX interview. If you want to see more, feel free to click one of these links. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back again with another video shortly. Click it. Click, click.